Yeah, stay short, guys. All right, I got this van in the shop now. Remember the one that got the P06DD? This thing got a ticking noise, guys. Yes, so I have to I have to go track down why this engine is ticking. Now, I did a little history on it. This head right here has been replaced. Typically, when we replace heads, we go in with new rocker arms. So if I had to take a stab at it, I want to say everything in this bank. There's some rocker arms in this bank that has failed. All right, so as far as the P06DD, I'm going to write up the oil filter, oil pump. Okay, again, guys, you need to be checking oil pressure. Okay, right here at this cap, I do not have that adapter, but I have a base understanding of a history of this engine and what fails and what part will likely repair what codes. But at the end of the day, the diagnostic needs to be done. Okay, so yeah, the ticking it's a little small tick I can hear, and it's coming from this bank. So we're gonna get that fixed, man. Y'all stay tuned. Hey, stay short, guys. I got my parts. Here's my oil pump right here, guys. Well, 06DD. Remember the van? I'm gonna try to make these videos back to back so y'all can know what's going on. This is the dual stage oil pump, guys. Remember, at certain RPM, the pump will pump a certain amount of pressure. They dub it dual stage. Now this sensor right here, a lot of cats are replacing this solenoid separately, guys. I don't know about you, but if you go through the trouble to gain access to this solenoid, damn it, you're getting a new pump. At least in my case, you can't even get a Mopar pump without that solenoid. So I don't know why guys out there still replacing those separately from the oil pump. And of course, here go my 12 lifters for this bank only. We're only doing bank 2, guys. Bank 1 has been done. Now, some of you guys would say that's why you should replace them all at the very first time. But keep in mind, guys, if it's under warranty, we only can replace what's broken. Okay, but they did manage to get all of them in the back. I checked the history. Now they're gonna have all of them in the front, and this should hold this car. This car has 250-some thousand miles. It should hold it for the rest of its life. Town and Country Grand Caravan with the Pentastar engine. I'm getting ready to replace the oil pump, guys. Let's get to it, guys. First thing you need to do is drain the oil, of course, and then let's get this pan removed, and we're gonna go from there, guys. Let's get it. Last time I did one, oh yeah, it's swivel time. There's 2 of them back there. There's one right here, and one like, that one's gonna be a pain in the butt to get to.
I don't know how the hell we're gonna do that.
Well, this one, I can get to this one. Hold on. Yeah, you can get to it from here. Mac make the best little 10 swivel socket. Yeah, we can get it. I remember doing it. I didn't have to remove this piece.
And there's a way around it, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to borrow take this pickup tube off. Yeah, guys, we're trying to avoid from pulling this oil pan completely off. So we got the first 2 off, and we use one of Mac's.
Took off the pickup tube. Now I just gotta get this last one. Otherwise, you have to take the upper oil pan out. You don't want that.
I've done it before like this. It's just been like, yeah. So from there, it's a little sensor gonna be plugged in up here. So we get once you get that off, it's a bolt, another bolt that's in the center of that. And that sensor, that sensor, I hope I don't have to remove this axle to get that connector out. Yeah, it's like a T30.
It's a Torx.
T30 or something. But take the cover all the way off, and I want you to be careful with this because I always break those, and I don't want you to break it.
End this bolt. There we go.
Alright guys, I think this is like a T30. We gotta get this off.
Try this.
Oh, it did turn?
Got stripped. Got scared.
I'm not gonna say that. So be careful because this thing right here break all the time. So hold on. I need a little screwdriver to pry this out. This gear out of here. Now is that other end of that
It's coming slowly, there we go.
yeah, you still got tension on here.
Yeah, the spring tensioner.
Right. Because that brown piece, be careful with that. All right. Now, you ain't ready to come out because this sensor's still plugged up. Because this is old, man, we just going to cut this out of here. Yeah, we're going to just cut this out, guys. Normally I bring it out one complete, but now this is going to be my biggest challenge. It's likely why they recommend you remove the oil pan, but we're still going to try to get this out without doing such. It'll come out very slow. Alright, I don't think, yeah, this is keyed, so it only go on one way, guys, so I wouldn't really be too concerned with that. It's not timed, I think it's just simply keyed. As far as this sensor, it's routed all the way back here, man, with a little clip on it.
Off from the inside?
No, it's got a clip on it that, Alright guys, so like I said, the only problem I had was the sensor being hidden back here. I had no choice. Had to remove the axle. Of course, to remove the axle, you got to remove parts of the suspension. But once again, I had no problem. Dodged the bullet with this two-piece oil pan. All right, now guys, one thing I want you to do is not panic, okay? If you have a new OEM oil pump, you will not have to reuse this cover. All right, it has little indentions in it, but there's no way to bolt it down. I thought I was gonna have to tap in the screws, but no, they just say get rid of it. It's not needed. And it's not necessarily in time, but this black plate happens to match right here, so I put it right back in the same category. Guys, there's a torque spec on this. I will put it in the description. There's also a torque spec on the hold down bolts. All right, now what I had to use in order to gain access to those bolts was I had to go borrow tools, guys. Yes, this right here, guys. I had to go borrow someone's 10mm swivel socket in order to get up there. Y'all see there's one right there, and there's one right there. That is the only reason you have to remove the oil pan, the other oil pan, okay? But if you can avoid doing that, you can fish that out of there. All right, these are almost out of warranty, so I have no problem with letting you guys know. It's not really a secret. It's just you will figure it out yourself if you're really interested in trying to find the shortest way and quickest way to get this out as possible. I'm gonna put the resale RTV. Use RTV on this, guys. Real good RTV, and bolt everything back up. Refill it up with oil. Make sure you got a good oil filter. Keep in mind, we're chasing P06DD. Number one, first thing you should check with a code like that is your oil filter. First of all, make sure it's the correct oil filter. Second of all, make sure the car has oil in it in the first place. A lot of guys are misdiagnosing this oil pump. The car don't even have oil in it. Now you have a whole different problem if you don't have oil in your car, but that's what you're supposed to check. How are you going to achieve oil pressure, proper oil pressure, if you do not have the proper amount of oil in the crankcase? Okay, so verify that the filter is correct. There are two different type filters fit 3.6 Pentastar engine: the earlier built filters and the later built filters. That's why it's not wise to interchange oil filter adapter housing, because you might get one for a later year than the newer one and cause some problems, guys. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video.